Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. We got an awesome show. Happy Thursday, I'm sorry. We got an awesome show planned tonight. Going to be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart. And it's been, I've had a struggle with. I know a lot of people have struggled with it because you get told a lot. And that's being the bigger person. So tonight's show, we're going to discuss stop being the bigger person.
Uh-oh.
You know?
That's something near to my heart right there.
Yeah.
It's Thursday, brother.
Hey, man. Hey, before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on? We made it.
Yeah, we made it, bro.
We made another Thursday.
Yeah, absolutely. Super excited about it.
Yeah.
Also giving a shout out to my other producer, Slick 316. This been a pretty cool week. Man. Tax season, we're right at the beginning of it. Business is going great. Putting in late nights. Everything coming in. The funny thing about tax season is you don't get your money. I'm not going to get any money probably till end of the month, first, second week of March. But I'm working.
But you're doing all the work.
Yeah, putting in all the work.
Okay.
And it's I always say to people, how many people want to do a job or something like that where they working like that and no money coming in?
Delayed gratification.
Yeah.
Delayed gratification.
Hey, that's if, son don't come back, they old from last year. Child support got them.
Oh,
all they done defaulted on this. Shit. It happens. It happens.
I know it happens.
And,
I know it happens.
And they'll sit right there in front. You call them, hey, look, they said your money was taken or seized or whatever like that. Oh. Well, it ain't no anger.
Right.
They already knew.
They already knew.
You mother.
They was hoping it just slide through.
Yeah.
They were hoping it just slide through real
Just like
quick.
people went to they'll go to one tax office and get their taxes done, and they didn't like what they were told they were going to get a refund. Now the return been processed.
Right.
And they come to you, and you process the return, and you tell them, hey, the IRS just said it's been received already.
Right.
Really? By who? Mother, you knew.
You knew.
Yeah, you done took it somewhere else. Oh, do you know their number? I mean, no kind of anger,
nothing.
no kind of shock.
Right.
Well, I give them a call.
The American public.
Hey, man. Hey, boy. I'm telling you, Lab.
Right.
Your people. That's the dog side of the tax business.
Right.
Boy.
Everybody want to do taxes till it's time to do that part.
Man. But no, it's cool. But business is going great. I can't complain at all.
That's right.
Just rehashing the previous week, guys. We are still in the pandemic, so be safe out there. Wash your hands. Keep your social distance. Cover your mouth when you cough and sneeze. Be safe out there. The other thing, last night I was a guest on a major TV talk show. Last night, pretty cool. Good brothers. Big shout out to Major Davis, man, had me on this platform. We talked about financial literacy in the black community. And, we got for about a good almost 2 hours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I looked down at the time thing like, wow, the wizard been in full effect.
Well, he let you go. He let you do your thing.
Hey, man.
Can't complain, right?
I think he get down like that. I think he be doing 2 or 3 hour sets.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he's a sharp brother. He's talking a lot about, black empowerment, community involvement and everything. And I think he may run 2 or 3 guests a show.
Okay.
So, just where they running.
Okay.
And everything. We might have set a record with just 1 guest. Where I was, I get in my mode, man.
Right, I know it.
So it was cool. But it was cool. We had a real good conversation. Talked some good stuff last night, but I really enjoyed it. So, yeah, big shout out to Major with that. Guys, we got a Super Bowl this weekend.
It's this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend, yeah. Ain't it this weekend?
Same weekend as Valentine's Day.
Same weekend Valentine's Day. Go and take that girl to the sports bar. Go and take her.
Go and take her real quick.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, hey, also let it be known, this is my first Valentine's Day in about 20 years. I ain't got no Valentine.
Uh-oh.
So if you want to send me some candy, you want to send me a cash app,
go and do it.
Don't do it.
We will place all cash app information at the end of the show.
Don't have me at home just playing all my blues music, feeling all sad and by myself.
Right.
Don't be doing that. My first, I ain't got no Valentine.
Say not one.
Not one. Not one.
Well, At least you saved some money on gifts. They could have brought a side.
They the brighter side. Boy.
You ain't got to buy no gift.
Yeah, no.
So
Like,
there you have it.
yo, they're sitting there playing music. All these damn lighters. Yo, they're just playing some slow music, reminiscing.
Right. Don't start crying.
Let me stop bullshit.
Don't start crying.
I be on that, there it is.
Say crying, tears running down, drinking a little drink.
Hell no, lad.
I know that's right.
Shit, no. Hell no.
I know that's right.
I know I was this time last year.
Right.
Shit, no. I'm good, brother. But everybody make sure, you enjoy you and your Valentine. Y'all have a awesome holiday with that and everything. And also, be safe out there Sunday. If you go in the Super Bowl parties, I know everybody gonna be drinking, having a good time, and then enjoying the festivities with that. But make sure you be safe out there.
I never been a football person like that.
You never have?
Never. I never was into. Only time I was into sports was when the Bulls was winning the championships. I'm from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I just don't.
That's
football, basketball, baseball, none of that. I don't get into none of that.
You know that's damn 20-some years ago.
Exactly. That's the last time I've been real hyped on sports.
Yeah. Well, now, man, I can't say that. I played football and I played sports my whole life, coached it for 20 years. I love football and everything, I think I really never been big on Super Bowl parties. I like sitting down at home and reading the commentary. The year before last, I went to a Super Bowl party when my Army buddies in town, when they had the Super Bowl in Atlanta.
Okay.
Went to the club. My Army buddy came in town. But for the most part, I used to stay at the crib, chill, or whatever, go with my partner's house where, in a handful of people.
Have something to eat, something to drink.
Yeah, I can hear the commentary. I like hearing the commentary.
With a bunch of wings.
Yeah.
Now, I watch Super Bowl to look at the commercials.
The commercials? I check them out, man. But, you're on about that fourth drink, you ain't really paying attention to what's on TV. But it should be, hopefully it's a good one. Because I would say this, if you're a fan of football, with all the playoff games that went on in the past month, you done got to treat every game. So being a fan of the sport, every game has been down the wire, cliffhangers. It's been awesome for a football fan. So, just be safe out there. Enjoy yourself, this weekend with the Super Bowl. Again, this is Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Change Live, we talk about personal development, motivation, parenting, life stuff and everything. And, we still pivoting into new stuff. I had a couple. I'm really trying to, guys, if you're on TikTok, go to Change Live's host on TikTok. I'm really trying to grow the TikTok channel because I can't go live on TikTok till I got 1,000 subscribers.
Okay.
1,000 followers. So really trying to get that up. Now I'm at almost 20,000 followers on Mr. Short Dollar on TikTok. So I need some of you people that care about your boy. Go over there and everything. We want, but we're trying to grow. But it's coming along slowly but surely, man. They did something, man. They took almost 400 subscribers from me.
Really?
Yeah, the other day.
They was probably scrubbing for the fake
I don't know, man. It was damn sure they got them. But, man, they took almost 400 subscribers. It's like it's 3,000 something, or maybe, I don't even know if it's that. They took, like, they hit me for a lick.
They hit you for a lick, huh?
Yeah, hit me for a lick and everything. But we'll get them back. We'll do what we always do, put a face in the dirt and grind, work hard.
Always.
But, definitely going to try to grow the channel. Well, we are going to grow the channel and everything, and I promise myself that we're going to get that done. But tonight's show is something I want to just talk about because a lot of times, especially as you get older, you get mature, and you get approached with different dilemmas and different things in life, you're told a lot of times, turn the other cheek. Be the bigger person. You ain't got to scoop down to their level and all that kind of stuff. But the problem come up is, when people, you relinquish certain things, that's usually not the end of it. That's usually not the end of it. When you be the bigger person, the smaller person usually don't let shit go. Unless it's in the movies.
Right.
And my thing is, I want to have an open discussion with everybody in regards to, stop being a damn bigger person. Stop being, the nice one that they got to sit here and conform to everybody and let things hey, I
Let
want
things
to
slide.
let things slide and you don't have to do that. I'm not saying engage, but I am saying protect yourself.
Right.
Because again, we know once you take the high road with certain things, the person on the low road is gonna climb up there and try to pull your ass back down.
Right.
It's usually never the end of it. Right now we're streaming live, beginning to change live, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden. Streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So, if you got any questions, want to chime in and stuff like that, feel free to do that.
Ella Chanel or Chanel. She said she'll be your Valentine.
She'll be my Valentine. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
I'm sorry if
cool.
I messed up your last name. Take my apologies. Charge it to my head and not my heart. Okay.
That's cool. I appreciate it. I need one. Inbox me, time, place, and all that good stuff. You know how to just holler at me.
Right.
Get me started. Don't call me on it. You got to pay the piper now.
Right.
No, I appreciate that. We had discussions, man. Me and you, we done rap plenty of times. Even with us, just with, yard. If your yard ain't never been cut. And where I stayed at over there, Bank, it was a creek across the street. So that the duplex with the creek, and so their yards used to grow something. It wasn't even like grass. It was like bamboo. They were growing the damn back. So you cutting the grass, and it's too high. You can't just push it. You gotta lift it up and go slow, cut down, and then push back, then do that. And you should keep in mind, I gotta do this for a whole yard, section out. So Willie told me, this 10-year-old Poochie, I give you $20 to cut my backyard. Okay, cool. I go back there. Tell me this shit was a damn Amazon. So I went at it. A yard that probably would have took me maybe 20 minutes to do. It took me about 2 hours. Because I had to keep going, boom, keep going, boom, keep going, then go back over and cut it up, right? So I done went, cut the damn yard. I'm 10, 11 years old, proud of myself, tired as hell, right? So I knocked on Willie door. He said, I come by your house. He was friends with my grandfather. I knocked on the door. He said, I come by there later, come go see WC later. I said, okay, cool. So I'm in the house. I'm like, woo. Grandma said, boy, you did some work, ain't you? She said, yeah. I'm going to give me $20. I'm rubbing my palms, right? This joker come over there, and he said, hey, WC, Granddad was sitting, my grandfather used to always sit on the front porch. He comes over there and said, hey, WC, I just want to talk to you before I pay him.
Okay.
And I want to know if it's okay to give him $20 to cut the grass.
What? What?
Shit. I don't know what the hell going on in my granddad's mind. He said, no, you ain't got to give him all that. Hey, look here.
I did all this work.
I was so devastated. Man, I couldn't even believe. You have no idea the rage.
I can understand.
And everything.
Oh, I know the rage.
Man, I was so, I don't know what the hell my granddad was thinking. I don't know what the hell Willie Miller was thinking and everything, but it was just one of them moments, and I'm my punk ass. I just started crying. I'm mad as hell. I couldn't believe it. I done did all this kind of stuff, and he said, I just want to ask you, because I don't know if it's right to pay somebody, and I ain't talked to they folks. And you ain't asked that, right? I remember this shit like it was yesterday. Man. And I was just so pissed off with everything. We're doing it. And he, and granddaddy like, nah, Poochie, just, boy, just go in the house, whatever. That was that. Week or two later, I'm mad as shit.
Right.
I want to kick holes in the wall and everything. A week or two later went by. Willie walking down the street. Willie cool, he was alcoholic. He stumbling. Hey, boy, you want to go and cut that grass for me?
Right.
Now, I'm about this back with Two Live Crew.
Okay.
First came out. I'm about to tell you, man, you know what?
Right.
But I'm sitting here like this a grown man.
Right.
And I got to eat that pill, yeah. But I like, no, boy, come on, boy, come on. Like, no. And it took so much out of me not to engage.
Right.
Not even be disrespectful. Be like, why you ask my granddad, to go and want to have a conversation? Why would you go do that?
Right.
And that always stuck with me. It was like, usually when you get wrong, it either can make you bitter, but it also can make you where you learn to make sure you never do people like that, because you know how that pain feels. And that was one of my earliest encounters where I had to be like, damn, hold stuff back, with that. Because, man, I was just, I've always been self-driven. I've always, go out there and hustle. I've been like this on a little boy. And for that to happen, man, I was just sitting there like, I can't even believe this shit.
I became a little bit more, like you said, I not get into it in the middle. I'll get into it now. But when I was younger, I ain't hold my tongue like that. I was not trained well. I would have said, Granddaddy, why is you worried about my business, number one? And I would have told Willie, we made a deal. You gonna give me that $20, or I'm gonna put your grass back. One of the two. Trust me. When I was a child, I was a terror.
My granddaddy was old school country dude. His muscle too big.
Oh, okay.
Shit, no.
Oh, my granddad from Mississippi had been in the Army. He was 6'3", 300 pounds. I still would have said, hey, because I didn't have no filter. I
got you.
I didn't get no filter, so I went to college.
I got you. I felt that right cross before.
Oh, okay.
So that right.
I ain't get no right
and
cross.
that right cross might come with a
That's
hook or a jab.
That's probably my problem. Somebody told me that's my problem. I ain't get enough right crosses, I guess, when I was younger, because I sure would have said something.
WC dropped that salt and pepper on me real quick. Bah. Nah. You be like, okay, my fault. Shit, come on, Grandma, you got some ice. Right. Shit. I done tried that experiment before.
I never got it like that. I mean, but I don't know why.
I got you, but it messed with me so much. And you trying to sit here and you try to be. Why you do that? You couldn't even express how much it bothered you, and you just kind of forced to take it. And that stuck with me. I was young. And especially to kind of make them kind of sacrifices.
And then you had to be young because you would rub your hands together for $20. You had already started counting. You had already started spending that 20.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the corner store. That was what that was when Snickers was 25 cents.
Snickers. Man. You go to the Kmart across the street. You can go there to Kmart. I get you a little tar, a Nintendo game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. And you just like, yeah. Ooh, get that $20. I just came when I said he pulled out, and then he came to the porch. Cause my granddad's always sit on the porch, have his leg crossed with his beer out there. I always had a leg crossed. My granddad, overall, everybody knew my granddad would be on the porch with a leg crossed, drinking his beer, and he just came out there, pulled his money out and flicker. WC, what do you think? Do you think I should get on that? Mother. I couldn't believe that, man.
WC wasn't here when we made this deal.
Oh, man, for real. For real. My granddad know how I got down.
Right.
I ain't asking for no money. Like,
right.
No, man, no. But it taught me very early, don't ever do no business with people that know your folks.
Right.
It told me early then, like,
okay.
No, when I go here, I'm going to go, Ashire, I'm going to get a roll in Baker. I ain't cutting grass over here. Just for that, just that affected me.
Right.
No. That ain't how we gonna roll with your business and stuff. And
so nobody on Bankhead gets their grass cut.
Well, they get a grass, but not like right there in the media. I know they had a relationship with my granddad.
Okay.
And it probably just that'll never would have happened again. It's just that just messed with me so bad.
You.
Yeah, shit, more than sour. Sickened me. Man, I was so damn mad. And damn man, I used to see Will over the years, man. Will be. The alcohol got to him bad, man. I ain't getting you shit, Willie. I used to be so. I never got disrespectful, but I seen Willie at, it was a liquor store up the street, Bankhead. Boy, you got a little money, man. Get the fuck on. I just that. I'm talking about years later.
You owe me $20.
Yeah. No, man. Call me bitter bear.
Right.
No, but that was one of my early encounters where you had to kind of just compartmentalize and keep all that pain and anger in. And you get tired of that shit.
That's true.
You get tired of that shit. Especially when you know people done wrong you. But you're taught all the time, be the bigger person, look over that and everything. Let's not be a reflection of you. And like I said, it is when you feel like when a person feel like that they can jab or do certain things to disrespect you, usually they don't stop.
Right.
You know?
The disrespect is one of them things that they will continue to do, because you let them do it once, they'll try it again, and you keep letting them do it, they're going to keep disrespecting you. And I had to learn that hard. Like when I got into college and stuff, and then I got married at 18, had my first child, I internalized a lot of stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, it's my child, it's my wife. You know, I didn't have a filter when I knew I didn't have a filter when I was younger, so I need to try to control this, you know, this, you know, just let it internalize. She mad about something, take the hit, move on, don't worry about it. And I did that for a long time.
You forget you're a damn man.
Exactly, because you know then the kids come along, and you know you're just trying to be like you say, you're just trying to be the bigger person, not let the kids see y'all arguing and fighting about stuff. So you gotta, while she's spouting off and cussing you out and calling you all kind of names, you gotta go, okay, walk away, try to pull yourself back. And then after marriage, and after a few years after marriage, now, me personally, if I'm thinking 2 seconds later, it's gonna come out my mouth. And it's just recently, like the last 2 years, since I turned 50 and 51, I don't internalize anything now. If I feel like you playing me, if I feel like you trying to get up, I'm gonna tell you. If I don't like you, I'm gonna tell you. It's just I'm not gonna be the bigger person. I just refuse to be that person anymore. It's just the way it is. I don't trust you, I'm gonna tell you. I just don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I kind of got that way a lot when I was in the military. But, you know, similar, you like to say you do stuff when you get married and you kind of suppress whatever, everything. But, you know, you're compromising something with yourself internally.
Right.
But then, like you said, you had that moment like, look, mother, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you had to go there, but what happens is it's like a release or like a freedom. You know, you can do it. And you ask yourself sometimes, why do people tell you to be the big person? You know, you kind of taught early to ignore stupidity, you know, be the person, you know, and everything. I'm more of I'm a very, very nice person. I think I'm a very respectful person. I have a temper, so I always try to force myself, you know, and be conscious of it. Not I won't say force, because just be conscious of it, just avoid conflict. If you're not going to be in a situation that can take you there, just avoid it.
Right,
you know,
right,
you know,
right.
if I hear a little word, disrespect, this, that, and that, all right, cool. You know, I ain't, you know, especially like, you know, when you have things in life that you can afford, you can't afford to lose, you kind of move differently.
Right.
I was listening to that Big Fact show with Charleston White, interviewing him. He said something that I thought it was very unique when he mentioned that, you know, I know the guys that really, really will kill you, ain't gonna kill you because they gotta go to work. You know, they ain't really gonna, you know, the guy that really would, you know, crush your skull.
Right.
He gonna let it go because he got kids and stuff to take care of. The real, you know, you just saying how, you know, people be on podcasts and social media talking about they'll do this and they'll do that.
Right.
He said them guys that really, really would do that, they're not gonna do it.
Right.
Because they got a job, they got responsibility.
They got responsibility. Got kids to take care of.
And the people that were free talking about it, you know that they either ain't working or they just talking.
Right.
But you know somebody that's a real killer, somebody that really like nah, I can't even afford to do that no more.
Right.
And, you know, I don't had them consequences already come up on me before, so I'm not going to entertain that. And far too often, I think we can kind of do something where we can put ourselves in a situation where we can let that person come out. And I want to just, you know, just think about when we start talking about being the bigger person, when you actually take that on and say, look, I'm going to let that joke keep yapping. I'm going to let them disrespect me, this, that, and that. I'm just going to try to be the bigger person. You ask yourself, how do they really make you feel? How did that make you feel? And a lot of times when you let a person disrespect you, it's a stress. It make you feel so damn bad, and you leave the situation frustrated or whatever. Sometimes you can move past it. Sometimes it linger on for a little bit. You know, maybe after a while it disappear. But it's a tough feeling of being compromised. You know,
and I agree, because if I feel like now I guess this is the caveat to that. A person that's disrespecting you, even though you feel like you're being disrespected, may not feel that they disrespecting you. But I mean, that's very rare because you know disrespect. You know disrespect when you do it. You get what I'm saying, or you say it. You know disrespect, and I'm the type I will never forget it. Every time I see you, it's gonna come up. It's on sight. I'm gonna be like, oh, you know, you disrespect me, and when I feel like somebody disrespect me, I tend to try not to deal with that person anymore because I know I'm not gonna forget it. I know every time I see him, it's gonna make my blood boil. So I try to stay out those type of situations because I'm just not that type. I just don't let stuff go. I know me.
But a lot of times you're not gonna be privy to always avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
I think back. There's one time. It was a Sunday. I never forget. It was a Sunday. I had to go meet with a new client. We finalized the contract. Contract $3,500. It wasn't a big contract, but it was decent. The job probably $3,500. I remember something like that. But anyway, I was at my office over there on Highway 85 at the Dollar General, and I was backed in my car. So it was raining. It had been raining. It was wet out there. So this dude in this pickup truck, I mean, it was chitty, chitty, bang, bang. Bum, 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 that shit. Sad motherfucker. And he was, you know, right raising hell coming in the parking lot. And then he backed into the parking spot.
Okay.
Right? And he almost hit my car.
Mm-hmm.
And I honked my horn.
Okay.
And so he rolled the window down and said, hey, anybody hit your car? MF.
Mm-hmm.
So, stupid Poochie rolled his window down. Say, hey, partner, you know, I ain't mean no harm, but I thought you about to hit my car.
Mm-hmm.
He said, anybody hit your damn car? You know, they ain't got time for this BS.
Right.
I caught myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, I'm sitting there looking. His damn whole, I mean, this the real huff puff and blow this shit away.
He glued his truck glued together pretty much with duct tape.
His dreads look like bands.
Liquid nail.
Yeah, shit. I'm talking about, man. I mean, when I say a walking predator, he like, you know, hey, he ain't got
nothing to lose.
Shit to lose. Now I know I got to get across the street,
right,
to get his contract signed to get this check.
Right.
Now this the whole truck, everything, whatever going on, I got to sit there and say to myself, Poochie, if I respond to him, I don't know what he gonna say, don't know what he gonna do, whatever. We can be all macho, but I got to sit here and look at. I got business to take care of.
Right.
Because if something happened, you know what I mean, and I can sit here, argue with him, he shoot me, I do this, that, whatever.
Right.
What the hell put you arguing with somebody over there in Dollar General parking lot about?
Right.
So you got to sit here and take the high road.
Okay.
But I was pissed for hours.
I know that's right.
But you also think about like, man, you know what's going on that man here. That joker, his dreads were matted, his truck by the damn. I'm talking about his partner was on the side, both of them looking. Man, they look like, man. Hey, man, I say like, hey, bro. Hey, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey, hard. When I say hard, hey, just got off the plantation.
Right.
Shit. And you know, I'm all, you know, sexy clean. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
right.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Right.
And but that was one of the moments like, you know, Joker like say something else.
Right.
You know, he was just daring me to say something else. Like, let me let that go.
Yeah.
And you had to sit here and just be that big that I was mad at hell for a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you about to say something, brother?
No, go ahead. I'm gonna interject when you finish. I've had a situation like that. I was getting a tire fixed, and I went to the tire place. I was like, the tire still had air in it, but it. Well, I got it out the trunk. I thought it had something in it.
Mm-hmm.
I took it to the tire place. I was like, hey, can you check the tire and plug it if you need to? He checked the tire. Wasn't nothing wrong with the tire, but he still charged me $20 to run the tire and the thing. I said, $20. This is high performance place. It's $20. I said, $20. I said, I'll give you $5, but $20? That's $20. He going all off and all out. So I'm calm. And I had my gun in the car, and I grabbed it. I wasn't arguing. I said, say one more thing I don't fucking like. But luckily, Slick was in the car. She grabbed the gun. She said, just get in the car. Because I was so pissed off. I felt like he was really getting over. He just ran the tire in the water and gave it back to me.
Yeah.
I was pissed. Like, I was boiling pissed.
Yeah.
And if she probably wouldn't have grabbed it, I probably would have shot that man. I would have probably shot him. I wasn't arguing. I was calm.
You just got took down.
Yeah, I mean, I was so calm. I was like, say one more thing I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, just that calm.
Yeah. Yeah. And you see how easy we can get took there.
Right.
And we can forget about, man, I got this, I got that, and I got that. I ain't
Right.
arguing with this damn fool. And a lot of times, for me to even just to acknowledge, Pooch, you got priority. You got some money over there in the country. I got that waiting at the damn office.
Right.
It took so much for me to be the bigger person. Just to knowing that. Knowing I'm doing the right thing.
Right.
But it hurt bad to do that.
Right. And that's how I felt. I mean, I wasn't not gonna pay him anything. I was like, man, $10 maybe, but 20. He was on that 20, and it only cost. I think it was only cost 10 to plug it.
Yeah.
He would.
Well, I go back a lot of times. People, be in business don't understand. Like you can give me that one time, but you'll never get me again. You always gonna get somebody to talk bad about your business.
Right.
People
always.
Don't understand
forever.
that.
If I could go out there in front of his business right now with a sign and just sit there and say he is a thief, do not come here. If I had the time, I would do it.
Yeah. No, and that's real talk. But that when you do that kind of stuff, you say, okay, you be somewhat maybe proud. Okay, cool. I'm glad I didn't do that. But man, that shit bothered the hell out you and it lingers. And also, the problem come up is what that person can be inclined to what do it again.
Right.
Do it again because you gave him that one moment.
Right.
I always tell my kids, we short men. We can't afford to take no short.
we already short. We can't afford no more shorts.
I always say that, man, son. Ain't nothing wrong getting your butt kicked. You just something wrong getting punked.
Right.
Because you have to still live.
Right.
And people a lot of times feel like they can get one over. You know what I'm saying? That's how my ex-father-in-law was.
Right.
He just kept poking. I had to do that really hard check on him.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just people feel a certain way. They can get away with stuff.
People tend to look at you and think that they can just do you any kind of way. They size you up and say, oh yeah, well he not street smart, he not this, he not that, and really they don't know. I mean, just because you don't act like you from the streets, don't mean you can't take it to the street. But people always assess and they always try to make you an easy mark. You know what I'm saying? Like and that in itself is what, when we talk about being a bigger person, that in itself makes it hard to be that bigger person, because you always expecting the BS to happen. So you're always on guard, and especially when you get older, you tend not to want to have want any BS to happen or anybody feel like they can take advantage of you or you play you. So you always on guard about stuff.
Well, your tolerance level shrinks the older you get.
Real hard.
And that's with anything in life. Disrespect, BS, all that kind of stuff shrinks. You're because you don't went through all that stuff in your younger years. So you feel the older you get, you just want to do what you do. You give and you get respect and keep it moving.
Right.
And when people impede on that, it's going to affect you, the impact on it. Some people are naturally angry. Don't get me wrong. But then a lot of times you just look, I ain't bothering no damn body on anybody bothering me.
Right.
I'm going to get you, I'm going to meet you, give you respect. I want to be met with the same respect.
Right.
And a lot of times some people just don't feel that way. I feel like I can chump you out. I feel like I can do this, that, and say what I want to say. And then when you respond to them in a way that normally you don't respond, people, Poochie, you ain't have to do that. Poochie, you shouldn't even do that. But why the hell I got to be the nice guy?
Exactly.
And nobody ever says anything to this MF. And far too often, you put yourself in a position where they keep compromising who you are and what you stand for your reputation. And at the end of the day, you be damn near like, I don't give a damn about my reputation if I got to sit here and just keep tolerating this.
Right.
And that's why I want to say, look, stop being a damn bigger person. I ain't saying, go back and forth with the posting and all this other kind of stuff somebody does. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, like, look, you can get them a strong check and block them. In their inbox or call them, whatever. You don't have to do that. But I always try to meet, getting stepped on. Man, that shit don't do nothing for you but hurt you.
Right.
Especially
on these social medias. I had an issue yesterday. There was a video put up of Rihanna going to a store after hours and thanking the people in the store for staying late. And I said that was nice of her to say thank you to the people for staying late. I don't know what set folks off about that, but they were just adding me. What else she supposed to do? She's a something, and I'm petty.
Yeah.
The older I get, the pettier I am. I'm going to respond. And there's no way I'm not going to respond.
Whatsoever.
I had the same issue today.
Mm-hmm.
They put up a video about something, and the lady supposed to be a coach or something. She put up a video, and the video, the way it was cut, made it seem like they were saying that you had to have a certain amount of money before you could approach a lady for sex. And she said, no, that's not what it's saying. And then she tried to be funny with somebody else talking about comprehension. I said, oh, I comprehend well. I said, maybe you need to go back and look at your video and see what it says. I said, the first part insinuates money. The part that Mr. Boyce Watkins was talking about does not. It insinuates being genuine with the woman. I said, you don't understand. I said, but I digress, because our understanding of the video is totally different. But I'm him. I'll go back and forth with you all night. I can do it all night.
I ain't doing that later.
until I decide to say, I'm done with this. I won.
Well, see, the thing, you know, and I never look at things like that like it's a right or wrong, but I always say that some barrier gonna get crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ooh, you went there? You
Well,
know, like
I won't never go there. I won't
not
never
you.
say anything negative.
Not you. No, I'm saying
I try
not
to be
you.
respectful when I comment.
I get it, but what's the flip side of it is? We're gonna talk about it. That's what you say, but that ain't what they gonna. You know, your rules are just what lab rules.
I try to stop before I click on crazy. So when I feel the light switch, the switch going from sane to crazy, I tend to go ahead and block them.
Nah, I feel you with that. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Change Your Life, hosted by your truly Deonte Burden. Tonight's show, we're talking about stop being a bigger person. You know, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn tonight. And again, we're just talking about the whole thing of being the bigger person, how it affects you. You know, you told so often. You know, be the bigger person, turn the other cheek and stuff like that. It's not worth it and stuff. But what does that really do to you? And when I ask that question, like, is it really worth it? Because you hear so many times, just say domestic violence and stuff like cases. Mm-hmm. Man that came home, and I ain't finna justify nobody putting their hands on their family, but a man done went to work, or the mom done went to work. She getting beat down all the time. She got to compromise her stuff. You as a man going to work, you got this supervisor stuff talking to you like your damn foe, mm-hmm. or whatever. And when you get home, it's just like everything
right.
out. Now you damn jumping on your wife, you fussing at your kids, you doing this, that, and that. That mom come home, she cussing her husband out. Same thing barking with the kids. It do so much because you suppressing so much. My last couple years in corporate America, I would come home just like a damn firecracker, mm-hmm. because the BS I was getting so much at work, when I got home, man, you know, it's easy to kind of lash out to the people that are closest to you. Mm-hmm. I come home, I'm raising hell.
Right.
Yeah, just like, man, what the hell, y'all ain't clean this? Why the hell, da-da-da-da-da-da? Everybody like, what the hell wrong with him?
Right.
But I was just keeping so much in during the day, compromising, mm-hmm. you know, just dealing with them folks, you know, just really down there feel like Toby at work. Mm-hmm. And you sitting there like, it was.
I ain't seen you all day.
Right. Yeah, it breaking me. But when I get home, it was coming out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And when I'm asking this question, is it worth it to be doing that? And the effects it do, you taking it home, your health, your stress levels, all
mental
this other kind
and
of
physical health.
Yeah, absolutely. Breaking your ass down, dealing with this world, dealing with your job, dealing with, you know, messed up people out here and stuff. Mm-hmm. It ain't always a good thing. Like, yeah, man, you know, they disrespected me and I just turned away. Mm. They did, you know, they did some screwy stuff at damn work. And you know what I did? I just ignored it.
I walked away.
Fuck, excuse me, the hell no.
I was the bigger person.
Yeah, man, damn that.
Right.
You know, you see how many people have been that way? You done had a supervisor we all done had that one just come at you like, mm-hmm. damn, boy, if I ain't had to take care of this, I ain't had to take care of that.
I have my family to take care of.
Oh, man.
Right.
And the thing is, that person knows that. That's why they handle you like that.
Right.
And then you getting that so much. But I think a lot of that, again, I'm not justifying it, had a lot to be root reasons for people getting on drugs, getting on alcohol, mm-hmm. domestic violence, things like that, mm-hmm. because those are coping mechanisms to
everyday life.
Yeah, everyday life, going out there, you know, mm-hmm. and everything. And because we're not, let's be honest, our parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents definitely weren't privy to the situation we are now, because You know, it wasn't like you just go to another job. I mean, everybody working at the mill.
Right.
Everybody working at the steel plant. Everybody doing this. It wasn't like, you know, you just go on your job or you can make $30,000-$40,000 on your in your underwear at home every day.
Right.
So those options weren't there. So if you were there, you were stuck. You were stuck. And that's just how your life was.
Right.
You know, you just work till you retired or work till you died or whatever. And that kind of, you know, that kind of way of thinking, damn near ingrained in you. And you rolling like that, and you know this shit ain't cool.
Right.
You know it ain't cool. And so you start getting that stuff, especially like I said, you compromising yourself as an individual. Like, man, do I really want to deal with this, do that?
Right.
And you know, the effects that it have where you just do stuff, because I just remember, man, you know, and it was night and day from when I went and started working for myself, and I could just get all that stuff off of me, but I knew how I hated that I did that, but I knew where it was coming from. Like, man, look, y'all get that if you a little time before I come on. I know y'all got stuff to do, but let me just get my brain together.
Right.
And I hate being that way. You know.
Yeah. When I was in corporate, well, I'm still in corporate America, but I guess now my corporate America experience is different for when I work from home. For two, it's just, you know, I just don't, and I'm not trying to sound, you know, like I don't care. It's just I'm just not letting corporate, you know, affect me like it used to. You know, before it used to, especially when I first got out of college, first got my first corporate job, when I first got that big shiny master's degree, you looking at it like you didn't accomplish something, and
happy as hell.
Get that first job in management, but you don't realize there's 17 other managers on top of you, over you, and you know, it's just the things like you working hard, you know, you putting your all into it, and they like every time a position comes to move up, it's always somebody else going before you. They ain't been there but 2 months, and you've been there 3 years. You get what I'm saying? So those things affect you a little bit different, and I would internally take that and be like, man, I must not be doing as much as I need to be. Instead of just saying, hey, I've been here 3 years. I know this stuff in and out. I got a master's degree. What's the problem? I got all the qualifications you need to move me up. I wouldn't say, I'd be like, well, I would internalize, but like, I can't lose this job. If I say something, they may get mad and fire me. You get what I'm saying? I got a wife, 3 kids at home. I need this insurance. So you internalize and you take it in.
How did that affect you though?
It affect me now to where.
Well, then and now.
Well, then it affected me in the way that I felt like, I felt like as far as my degree was concerned, it didn't really matter because they gonna choose who they want to choose anyway. But I also felt like I'm working myself to the bone, and I'm not getting anything. I'm not accomplishing anything. My career path is not really a career because I'm not moving up. I didn't really start moving up until I moved to another job, but I was scared to do that. You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
You're scared to lose one job and move to another job because you've already been there a couple of years, so you're a little bit more established there. Then you got to start over somewhere else. Gotcha. So you in the middle, but you still dealing with this crap at this job that you've been here 2 years ago, but you scared to start another job. What he say? What the song say? Tired of living but afraid to die.
Yeah.
So you hate this job, but you scared to go over here and start this other job. Yeah. So you kind of just dangle in the middle. You in limbo.
Yeah.
But it makes you feel like nothing you do will be good enough.
Yeah, change is very frightening.
Right.
Change is very frightening, especially if it's you change to the unknown and even doing stuff different and stuff like that. You know, even what you just said is I think it's something that a lot of people go through. I went through something similar with me, with my thing in corporate America. Like I think I shared it with everybody before in regards to, I remember Supervisor Larry, they brought me in the office, and it was like a assistant finance director. And they brought me in there and said, hey, Deonte, well, we're not going to give you the job. We're actually bringing somebody else in.
So and I don't know what's my problem.
You know, we're not going to give it to you. We're going to bring somebody else in, but we're also going to give you some more tasks to do. And I said, so you ain't going to give him the job and you going to give him some more stuff to do? And Larry, his little feminine self, sat back in that chair. I'm going to say nice word, feminine. But he sat back in the chair. He's like, yeah. I said, so you going to give me more money? He said, no. I said, so you going to not give me the job. You know, I'm just, you know.
Try to internalize this.
That damn body temperature going. Boof,
right.
Boof. Boof. And I tell you what, man. I said, so you ain't gonna give me a job. You gonna give me more work, dude. You ain't gonna get more money. And Larry crossed his little legs, basically. It took everything me to jump across that table, but I caught myself. You know what, Pooch? It was just a calming effect came over me. I said, all right. That was, I think, April of 17, 18. When I tell you, from that point till I left the job in August, when I resigned, I didn't do no damn work.
Right.
I didn't do shit. I look busy. I look real busy, but I wasn't doing nothing but just doing me and preparing to leave. But that was when I say I felt like the gum on the bottom of somebody's shoe, and I always been a very confident person.
Right.
And I think a lot of times, especially as a black man, when you don't walk around with your head down, like, you know, I had posted the other day, something I posted from years ago, when, you know, confidence meets insecurity, people call you arrogant.
Right.
And people have all kind of names for you, like, well, you ain't got to be that way. Well, how the hell you know you ain't that way?
Right.
You know, and everything. And people a lot of times, they see a black man like that, people try to call you names. He cocky, he conceited, he arrogant. You know, he just shit. Just somebody got some damn self-esteem.
Right.
As long as you're not imposing on another person, I don't see what the hell the problem is.
Okay, I agree.
You know, and I've been met with that my whole life, so I ain't tripping on that. But the problem come over there when people impede you, prevent you from progressing, prevent this, that, and that.
Right.
Because I by far that wasn't. You can. I always say this with any employer. If you have somebody working in your organization, and you think about, and they've been there and they've been going through the ranks, you can always find somebody more qualified when you start looking outside the organization. But if that person that went through the ranks did what they're supposed to do, that's your reward to bump them up and everything. And it also gives a better incentive. You can say, well, we're doing our best for the company, but I don't care. You get all kind of star kids or whatever to be hired for a certain leadership. The people in your organization, if they don't feel like they're being a part of something, being taken care of, their movements be different.
Appreciate.
Yeah, exactly. Being appreciated, because when you're appreciated, you'll stay late. You'll do extra. You'll double check and triple check.
This is true.
When you don't feel like nobody give a damn, you just gonna do just enough.
Just enough to get that check.
Exactly. And when that happened, man, like I said, just a karma came down on me. But I was devastated, because I went through that whole little, and that happened to me several times. Go through that whole little damn fairy tale of do this and do that and do that and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not against it, because I got friends that have done the same trick and it worked for them.
Right.
I'm not a trick number. I mean, but I just remember that happening to me, and it took everything in me to maintain my composure. But I also said there and say, look, this ain't gonna work for you.
Right.
And you hold so much stuff in. Like, look, you come home, you're miserable. I'm miserable going home. I'm miserable here and all that kind of stuff. Something got to change, Poochie. Poochie got to fix something. And you know, I put myself in a position to leave. When I left, I ain't turned back. Been working for myself ever since. And I've been super excited.
Right.
I don't, you know, you know, and a lot of times I don't make the money that I did. My worth, my net worth, and everything's came. And, you know, well, now I make more money now.
Right.
But for at least, you know, a year or two now, getting the business off the ground and getting it rolling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Right. Wasn't the same.
But I walked away from a lot.
Right.
I walked away from a lot. Big old nice office there.
On the corner.
191. Y'all know how it is.
Right. Right.
With all them nice law firms and business skirts and big old
191 Peachtree Street.
Yeah, that's it. 191 Peachtree Street. All them big old calves and high heels. Hey.
The best elevator ride.
Oh Lord, what you got on? Boy, I love working the way. You know, the suits and oh man, boy, take me back. But now, man, just, you know, where I'm at in life now, I'm super happy.
Right.
And I didn't necessarily know if I could ever be this way. More so, you're going down the course of this how it is. Getting demeaned, getting devalued, getting insulted, getting, you know, really treated the wrong way. You know, and I remember one time I had one of the older supervisors here retired, super redneck. And when I was working, he came by And he said, son, this is like right at the end before I left. I'm already on the down track.
Right.
He came down. Oh, I see the little fella still there. Little fella? Mother. Hey there, little fella.
A little belittling you, huh?
Now I got all these grades.
Right.
Why this white man walk in here and say that to me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the goal is, you know what I'm saying, I'm a couple weeks out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't blow up, Poochie.
Okay.
Don't blow up, Poochie. Know what you're trying to do, get it that.
Right.
But, man, imagine you how that made me feel.
Exactly.
Call me little fella now.
Right.
Call me little fella now. Like Super Mario had doing.
Right.
Hit that doing on the jaw.
I went to a company I was working. I had just started like 3 weeks earlier. We all went to lunch, and they was talking about the economic situation of welfare, something like that. And, I'm pro-black all day long. And they was like, yeah, the welfare situation and the abortion rate and all that. He said, and then he looked over at me. He said, but you know how it is because it's the worst in your community. I'm the only black person at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to go off and be, how the fuck you know it's worse in my community? You ain't black.
How the hell you know? How the hell you know?
And I wanted to throw out some statistics. I said, you know what? I had to walk away from that. I said, because it may, I know how I'm going to be. So let me walk away from this. I just started this job. I can't get fired today. Say that shit to me now. You know what I'm saying? Say it to me now. Or actually, a couple of years into the job, it never came back up, but they could have said it then.
We got to deal with a lot.
Right.
We deal with a lot, man. I always tell people, that's a walk along the black man in corporate America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't really going to have too many friends. You ain't
right.
Just because, brothers think you better than everybody else. And then the guys that are working there, they looking at you like competition.
Right.
It's a unique feeling. You got to be, if you don't get like a good mentor here and there right there, it's a rough road.
Yeah.
Because you'll constantly be compromising yourself to try to succeed and advance. It's a unique path. I mean, it built me the way I am, so and I appreciate the opportunity. But it does a lot to you. Mm-hmm. It does a lot to you, and I can imagine a lot of them brothers. Like you looked at what was that Ben Carson story?
Okay.
They had, Beautiful Hands. If y'all get a chance, check that movie out. I think it's Beautiful Hands or something. But even though Ben Carson, some of the stuff said with the Trump campaign and even stuff
we just said recently.
Yeah, just recently. But you will have a different respect when you see his journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he was really, for him to be, and if people don't know his background, Dr. Ben Carson he's an expert in neurosurgery, especially neurosurgery with children and babies.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the first people. I think he did the first successful detachment of Siamese twins in the United States.
Okay.
And but he's an expert in that. Well, they'll connect it at the heads.
Okay.
And but just that journey, just being treated like you're a doctor and treated like an orderly, and it was just never merit. It was just or competence. It was just skin color, and how the people have to constantly compromise themselves. And
especially in corporate America, I think all corporate America really, because I thought when I work in my job, and I know these cats got their job because they married to the boss's daughter.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And I know I went to school. I know I worked hard in school. I worked hard to get through college.
Some of them ain't got degrees.
Right. Right. Some of them ain't got degrees. They just married to the right person.
Yeah.
I know I'm working hard in college, but you got to take orders from this guy who ain't graduated high school. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that college makes you more intelligent, but you sacrificed yourself to go to college to make sure that you had the proper paperwork, to make sure you got the jobs properly. And those are the steps that most of us as black men and women have to take in order to get to places that people who married the right person already are at. You get what I'm saying?
You definitely had to have almost 2 times the credentials that your peers got to do certain things. But again, we're talking about tonight, stop being the bigger person. But I want to kind of give people the advice on, because I'm going to tell, we're talking about stopping, give you some advice on, well, how do you really handle a situation like this? So we'll talk about how would you respond to somebody that's disrespecting you, feel like, okay, I got to be the bigger person, but I don't want to do this no more, I want to address it. So if you want to address it, one thing I will tell people, as difficult it is, you may want to try to take the emotion out of it. Because a lot of times when we respond with emotion, or respond with ignorance, we get treated that way. Right, wrong, fair, not fair. Right. It is what it is. Police cuss you out or whatever and everything, and you got to sit here and just kind of compromise everything. You meet him back with cussing. He was irate, this, that, and that. We got to know how to be smart about it. So you got to stop for a second and think out your response. And you got to make sure, as difficult it is, that you focus on maintaining your bearings.
Okay.
Because a lot of time we lose our cool. Again, that's what's going to be noted. Regardless of what the trigger is or whatever, you got to sit here and just think about, I got to be careful how I'm responding to this person and everything. Okay. Because like I said, I'm meeting with ignorance. I'm going to be treated with ignorance. And they'll, what they did to make me do it
would never be brought up.
It would never be brought up.
Right.
But my response will be.
It's always going to be the highlight.
You know, so, you have to make sure that. So you make sure you thought it out. You maintain your bearings. And you relay that information. But one key thing, guys, you got to make sure when you leave that conversation, my grandfather used to say this to me all the time. When you talk to somebody, you make sure they know what the hell you talking about when y'all left that conversation. You don't want to leave that conversation, that encounter, well, I think he meant this. I'm not sure what the hell he meant. No, you're going to know what the hell I meant.
Right. You're
going to know what the hell I meant. No, you ain't going to be no confusion. You need to make sure, look, when y'all cracking these jokes about this, that, and that, I don't like it. And this is why I don't like it. You don't need to do that shit no more. We're gonna have an issue with that. I think he was just mad about, I don't know. You think he had problems at home? You think, that he's just upset he didn't get promoted? No. This is what the hell I'm mad about.
Right.
Don't leave no damn shadow of a doubt, because people will play that on you.
Right.
I don't know why he's doing that. He seems like he's happy.
Right.
I think, he coming every day. We get donuts, and we eat donuts in the break room. And you always get two.
Minimalizing your issue.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So you got to make sure that they know what the hell you upset about, why you upset about, and don't do that shit no more. Okay. They got to know that now.
Okay.
You got to make sure that that is relayed.
Okay.
Because people will act very stupid with you. I don't know what. Why are you upset? And you have to make sure they know.
Okay.
I specifically told you this. This is why. Not, just emotion.
Right.
Cussing and this, that, and that. Because that's what is going to be promoted. He cussed, whatever.
Right. I agree.
That officer call you out your name, this, that, and that. Listen, you just call me, dot, and dot. You going to bring that up. And that's not right. No, he just, wild person is always naturally calm, so all of a sudden they just going to buck up and be crazy and fight with you. No.
Right.
You got to make sure that kind of stuff is known. So again, that's really how you need to respond. Here's the flip side of it, guys. Here's the flip side of it. You got to be prepared for the response of your response.
Okay.
Because you can't always, people think, well, I'm going to tell them, look, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. I'm going to go to my supervisor, and I'm going to have a conversation with my supervisor and tell them about this stuff. And how many of us done had that conversation? Look, Joe, I've been coming to work every day. I did this, that, and that. I've been working. Y'all promoting everybody before me. I don't think it's right. I think I should have that job, but this is racist, this, that, and that. Joe say, no, I don't think you qualified.
Right.
What? Calm.
Or Joe say, well, you really don't have to be here.
Yeah, you got to be here. Well, it's not forced to be here. And everything.
The sign outside say Joe's place.
Yeah. Or if you can't handle being a supervisor, you want me to, put one of the guys on your team, relinquish it from you.
Oh.
And you don't say here like, that ain't what I was expecting you to say.
Throw that one out quick.
Yeah.
You can't handle the pressure. I mean, let me know. Something going on at home that you can't handle this pressure.
Exactly. And you don't say here like, no, that ain't how this shit's supposed to go. You're supposed to be understanding. You're supposed to be, intimidated or changing. Yeah. Nah, that ain't how this supposed to go. And so you don't sit there and play that dangerous game, and now all of a sudden, like, nah, this ain't went that way. You got to be prepared for that.
Okay.
You got to be mentally prepared for that. And you got to be prepared to hear the damn worst. You got to be prepared for that. And actually, most important, be able to move forward accordingly.
Okay.
Regardless of what's said, if it's some kind of apology, solution, or not to give a damn response.
right.
You got to be able, hey, be able to move forward with that.
Uh-huh.
Because again, like I say, a lot of times people, they focus so much on the way they see the world, and not thinking like, Lab got eyes, Joe got eyes, she got eyes, and everything, and everybody got to see the world the way we do.
Right.
And until you accept that, you're gonna have issues.
Well, that's something new I'm accepting.
I got you.
People are different, and people are not gonna do as you see that they should be doing, or they're not gonna. How would I always say? You can't expect you out of other people. So even though you're a nice person and you respect folks and you care about people's feelings and how they how they feel and stuff like that, you can't expect somebody to care about that. You can't expect somebody to care about it, respect you or respect your feelings or whatever. People gonna do what they need to do for themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
And I really want to share that with people.
Yeah.
Because far too often people have, okay, well, I'm gonna go, people will go tell them. Go tell your wife how you feel. Go tell your son. Go tell you this, that, and that. Go talk to them. You better be prepared for that damn response.
Right.
You listen to the damn fool. You better be prepared for that. Because you better snap the haul off winning somebody's jaw, or cuss somebody out, and now you ain't got no job, and all that kind of stuff. So you be prepared. Even if you like, okay, if they don't do this, I already know I got to leave. This don't happen, I already know I got to whatever, start planning for this.
Right.
And a lot of folks going to look at it like that. They think that their response is going to part the water like Moses did.
Yeah. Everybody going to see the way they're supposed to be.
Yeah, it ain't going to go that way. So, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the conversation tonight. We were talking about stop being the bigger person, because I know a lot of us go through the same thing. And I think, just even me and Lab vibing on the conversation, it's nothing uncommon for us to go through shakes and stuff in life. Well, you encounter those particular things, right?
Right.
So, I hope the conversation helped you guys. If you ever want to add, we got no comments or anything like that?
No comments. A couple people said facts, 100, but nobody said anything to add to the conversation.
Gotcha. Well, listen, guys, I really enjoyed the conversation tonight. If you got anything you want to add to it, the post on, you can post on the videos later. Please make sure you go to Change Live hosted by yours truly on YouTube. That's the hub. We got over 300 videos on that YouTube channel. That's where we store most of the videos there. We're going to get a whole lot more active with Change Lives this year. I posted a lot more videos on the TikTok and moved them over and stuff. So, we're just trying to get a lot of activity going with Change Lives. We'll be back with Mr. Short Dollar next week. We've got a lot of great information on Mr. Short Dollar. So both my YouTube channels, go to it, support us. And I do want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate everybody that's been supporting me, the channel, and my family here at Misfits Radio, Misfits TV, Misfits Media. We've been working hard to give you guys good information and great information also. Something running across the top of my mind. I'm about to now go blank. Again, this weekend, be super safe with the Super Bowl and everything. Enjoy yourself. Be safe again. We still in the pandemic and stuff. But most importantly, guys, like what we talked about in the show, don't stay in those situations you feel like, okay, you ain't getting appreciated, you ain't getting your worth ain't whatever. I understand you got to do what you got to do to get to another place. God knows I've been there. But don't stay there because you feel like you got to be there. That shit will take years off your damn life. It will take years off your life. So love you more than you love, trying to survive. Love, I got to do this because of that. You ain't going to enjoy the things you work for to try to keep. You ain't going to really enjoy it, because you're not happy. Because if you ain't happy, absolutely, because if you ain't happy, ain't nobody else going to be happy. You just going to live in a state of maintaining, okay? So just think about that. Love you guys. Be safe out there. Take care of yourself. And I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight.